I was the founding member, founding director of the Athenaeum Press. The story of its origin, as I tell it, goes kind of like this. I had retired from daily journalism. My last position was as the executive editor of the Sun News. Dan Ennis, who was at that time the dean of the Edwards College, asked me if I was interested in launching a new initiative. He said very quickly he has no idea how it was going to go, but that we would just throw some stuff against the wall and see what happened. Our initial marching orders were, and this is something that Dan Ennis and I talked a lot about, what did it actually mean, is included in the mission statement for the Athenaeum Press, which is these will be analog and digital. And so the whole idea of presenting storytelling, which is really what all the projects are, capturing the stories of this area, of these people, can be done and has been done in both word and photography, sort of traditional legacy media, but also in a digital fashion, however that came to be. The initial project was a new way to tell the story of an explorer who came down the eastern seaboard in a paper canoe. Ended up being a beautiful, oversized book. And with it, we added something that, at the time, in 2012, absolutely wowed people. It was augmented reality. Work on that project taught us several things. Probably primary on the list of mine is that the students have to be working together. You can't take two disparate groups of students and ask them to do separate things and then try to be happy with the project once it came together. It was the classic, in my world, journalism war between the word people and the visual people. So when we started to work on our next project, we realized it needed to be in an integrated classroom. We would toss the students basically the beginning of an idea with no particular direction on how to go or what to do with it. But they had to come up with something. And once everyone got over the initial awkwardness of, yes, I agreed to be here, yes, I want to be here, and yes, I have no idea what we're going to do. And when people would get excited about the work, everyone shared in that. It teaches you that most necessary skill in an adult work life of being able to work with people who may be speaking a different kind of language than you are accustomed to. History students trying to communicate with photography students, trying to explain the storytelling abilities are equal, just different. In the end, this is going to be wonderful, and then feeling the great pride of having something much better than they ever imagined at the beginning. That's a life skill, and I think that's what the press, I think that's part of its great value. This area is not a place with a rich, deep, collective history. And there's much to tell about the richness of this coastal community. To keep the focus regionally makes it organic to coastal. And it provides this community, which sits here in Horry County, a resource that it would not otherwise have, which is, in the end, isn't that what a wonderful university does? It's a resource for the community.